Hey guys and gals, Dave here, Toothless Trader. I want to welcome you to the channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If you like what you see, subscribe if you take anything away from this video. I want to make a video about eBay. I own the Discount Retailer LLC, and you can look at the orbs, and you can see my eBay store, the discountretailer.com. I also sell on Mercari, Bonanza, and Walmart, and I have sales on all three of those except for Bonanza, really. Bonanza. Anyway, what I want to talk about is what I do to figure out my prices. And I have a formula for the final value fee, how to figure that out, because you need that ahead of time in order to set your price correctly and find out what your COGS are, cost of goods. So I got this formula, and it's really pretty simple. We're gonna use some dummy numbers here, of course, but it's the middle one. Final value fee formula. See, you got the selling price plus the sales tax. I go 7% because sales tax varies from 4.5 to 10, maybe 11, I don't know, so I pick 7%. The idea is to get as close to your final value fee as you can. Okay, now $7.99 plus 7% equals $8.55. Okay, take that number and I plus 12.35%. I suppose you could times it, but I just plus it, and that equals $9.61. Okay, then I take the $9.61 minus the $8.55, which is sell price plus sales tax, minus the $8.55 comes to $1.06, plus 30 cents for the transaction fee we can't get away from. So that comes to $1.36. It's really pretty simple. And up here, let me see if I can lower this enough. I guess I can't. Up here you see my COGS. It's a pricing formula. Say the cost of the item is $1.50. Final value fee is $1.36. The cost shipping was $4.36. This is a widget, of course. Okay, and you sell the widget for $7.99, so you obviously add up these three right here, and that comes to right here, the COGS $7.22, and you minus $7.22 from, sorry about my fingers, from your sell price, comes to right here, gross profit dollars, 77 cents. So that's the profit on this widget here for $7.99. Oh, there we go. And what I have down here is a formula right here for figuring out what you paid for each piece. Now, say your shipping is $18. and you bought a bunch of dozens of things, but all of it, each individual piece totals 300 pieces. Okay, so you divide 18, the shipping cost, by the number of pieces. In this instance, it equals 0.06. So you're going to add 6 cents to what you actually bought the item for, because you're breaking up the shipping cost and putting it into each piece. You know, some things you can't really absorb 6 cents, so you gotta not absorb the money. I mean, it isn't much, 6 cents, but sometimes it's 75 cents, and that can make your cost really high. You gotta be competitive. So, and I'm talking right to the penny, because sometimes that's the difference between a sale or not. And, yeah. So that's how I come up with what I gotta add to my pieces, and that's the actual cost for the item. Okay? Now, I also have, well, we'll get into volume discounts too, but I also have my inventory profit book, and as you can see, this has got quite a bit of pages full, but as you can see, I got all my numbers written down. These numbers right here on the side right there, that's, if you can see up top, that's the item number. And I got the cost, final value, fee, shipping, sell, the cogs, blah. And over all the way on the right, if you're on this page, I'll never get the hang of this left and right on the camera. If you're all the way on the right of this page, you'll see where it says volume discount percentage. I write all my discount percentages there because I want to know. I mean, I do all this because I want to know what I'm making on stuff. Oh, by the way, I sell replenishables with, you know, some one-offs here and there, but I mostly sell replenishables. I bought everything. It's all right in my basement. I got a nice inventory system, which I'm gonna make another video on, because I got like 600 and something SKUs, 15,000 items. I mean, granted, a lot of them it's the same item, just multi-quantity, but still. That's why I'd want to give a little how-to of my inventory system, just like this here. Whoop. Where is it? This is all. Now this is my system. This is what works for me. So, you know, hopefully you can take something away from it. It's really kind of simple, but you got to know these numbers, man. You got to know these numbers, because if you just pick out a price, buy something and just, well, I'll throw it out there for $8.99 without knowing your back end numbers, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You know, I mean, you could be so way off base that you don't get any sales because you're too high, and you could be so low that you might get a sale because you're losing money. Now, you also got to look at what other people are doing, comps, everything like that. And when I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, when you see what people are selling things for, you might not be able to compete. I mean, I was doing eBay. I first started in 2011. eBay was so much different than it is today. I know you hear this, you've heard this, and you've experienced this if you're a seller, and I hope you are, because that's why you're watching this. Again, I'm catering more to the, well, a reseller's a reseller. I buy my stuff wholesale, I resell it. I don't go picking at garage sales. You know, I make much smaller profit, but I make it over and over again. So, that's cool. Sit on my fanny and order stuff. Yeah! Excuse me. Now, where was I? Lost my train of thought again. Went off on a tangent. Boy, this looks professional. Oh yeah, I was talking about knowing them back-end numbers, because if you don't, you need those numbers to come within pennies. I mean, pennies. Now, when you actually figure this out and you got your final value fee, it might vary by 1 or 2 cents, because you're actually changing what the price of the thing is, of the item, so by a few pennies. So, you know, it might, either way it might. Well, I mean, I'm not going to make a long video here. It doesn't need to be. I hope you got something from this. I really do. Oh, there was something else I wanted to do. I didn't pre-write the logistics here like I did this one. What was it? Oh my God, getting old. What was it? It was another formula for how I. What is it? Oh, volume pricing. Yes. You know what? I might save that for another video, because that's a little bit in depth. With how I do it, it's tedious. I mean, yeah, takes me like a half an hour to do a listing, but again, it's replenishable. So, you know, for whatever the amount of quantity I have listed, that's how many times, you know, that listing is going to go. I sell something, it's going to stay. You're going to sell again, you're going to stay. Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. You know, I don't know. I'm contemplating on actually doing that volume discount. It's going to be slower though, because, well, I suppose I could do one real quick. Alright, we're going to stay with that $7.99 deal. Where's my pencil? I like writing in a mechanical pencil. I got a million of these. There's only one lead, and use it and chuck it. But that's cool. Alright, so let me write this real quick. 799. Okay, so let's say we choose a 30% discount. So 30%, write that down so I don't forget. I forget a lot. Oh, let me get some coffee. Chock full of nuts. The heavenly coffee. See these orbs? I don't know if you guys can see them, but I'm sure it's dust, but dust does some really weird things. It goes up, it goes down, it lands on my shoulder, and then it shoots that way. I mean, I don't... Anyway. Alright, $7.99, and you want to do a 30% discount, so what I would do is I'm going to go... let's see, a 30% discount. That's if you buy two. A 30% discount. So let me see this here. Can't see. Nope. My frickin'... Oh, I don't got enough light for my calculator to work. Damn it. Hold on a second, guys. Alright. Now it looks like I'm bald. I can tell that. And there we have it. Alright, so $7.99, and we want to do 30% discount. So I would go $7.99 minus 30%, and that brings the item down to $559.3. And say you're going to do two of them. So $559.3, I round up or down. 559.3, so $559. That would be a 30% discount on $7.99. And if someone's buying two and you offer the discount 30%, this is how you got to figure everything. 30%, $7.99 minus 30% comes to $559, and you times that by 2, and that comes to $1118.6, which I would go to $1119, and you're gonna. You're not gonna see this on your listing, but that's what the 30% off is going to equate to. You're selling it for $1118. That number's not on your, unless somebody clicks on, buying two to get the discount. You're not going to see that number. You're not going to see that number on your listing. You're going to see what one piece sold for. And you do the same for any percentage. So 11, that's 11, 1118, 1119 for two of them, right? Oh, and don't forget when you do your COGS, if you're doing like what I do, let me go back to this. See? Damn it. Alright. And see, that's the item number. Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece. And that's if you go all the way as far as your volume discount going as far as buying 4 or more. Okay, and that's what I generally do. Don't forget, when you do that, you have to double your cost for that next line right there. Okay? You know what? Let me go to a different, because I started doing something else. Yeah. I started logging my volume discounts here, so I know you know, how I came to this number here, which is the profit the gross profit in dollars. Now, I mean, you can minus your poly bags or whatever you have. You can even do the math on a 300 feet of tape and break it down to how much a foot if you do it that way. I mean that's really getting deep, but or just take it as a deduction some other way. I mean, I don't get really involved in the poly bag thing and stuff like that. Maybe in my head, but you can make it up in some other way. I mean, what I do with my shipping also I forgot to mention, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Connecticut. I'm on the East Coast, and when I'm figuring my price, I always charge for shipping as if it's going to the West Coast, California. And that way there, as the customers get closer to my state, my shipping goes down, and I make a little extra money on shipping. I offer free shipping, and free returns, because I like that 10% saving on final value fees. And, you know, it adds up. And I offer free returns, so if I get a return, I got to pay for that, obviously, the shipping label, to get it back to me. And I got some money stored up. That's what I use the final value fee savings for. So, at least I like to think that it saves me some money. Now, back to, well, I pretty much explained the volume discount. I mean, it actually is pretty simple. Let me make sure, because here's how I come to it right here. I go do the final value fee formula. You got your cost, you got to do that formula from your shipping and the price per piece. You know, I explained that one. And when I'm done, I'll hold this thing up so maybe you can write this down. I don't have the technology yet to edit and to make things pop up and all that. I mean, my channel's pretty young, so yeah, you got to get your cost correct. Then you do the final value fee formula, put that in your line item. Then you get the shipping. I always have the eBay or the shipping calculator open. I toggle back and forth when I gotta find out what something costs shipping wise, so I can write it down and work it into my cost of goods. And then the selling price, and then you add up the cost, final value fee, the shipping. That becomes your cost of goods. Again, you could add a bag or two or whatever, the tape, whatever. I don't go that deep. The cost of goods, you minus the cost of goods from your selling, and that number is, like I said, your gross profit. Gross profit. The money of your gross profit. Now there's a formula to where you can, see how I wrote, where are you? See how I wrote, oh, right here. This line item, which nothing's in it. I need all these numbers here to find the gross profit percentage. You know, what I'm making percent-wise on each piece. Oh, that's a whole nother formula that I do too. I'm going to do a video on that one because I got to write down some stuff. So, yeah. Where's my, there it is. Let me hold this up. One more time. I hope you guys can see that. If I stop shaking it. I mean, oh, I'm gonna move my fingers. It's pretty simple. And again, I do the 7% because it's a happy medium. And I also do the 12.35 eBay percent because most of the categories I sell in is the 12.35%. I mean, you can really drill down and do each item by your whatever the percentage per whatever the category is. Now, if you're in a 9% category, you can just do 9%. I'll never get the hang of it. Just do 9% instead of 12.35%. But I do 12.35 across the board, and if it's in a 9% category, well, I just made that much more money. So, I hope you wrote this down. I wish I had a link. Like again, I'm not that experienced with doing videos yet. I don't have a link. I don't have anything in there. Alright, how's that? That's the top one. The pricing formula, once you get your final value fee and your number of pieces and your cost per piece. And that's really it. So, it's pretty good. Pretty simple. Alright. Well, this video was fun. I mean, this is for eBayers out there and everything like that. But it was fun. I always wanted to do one. My channel's a lot about, well, I like to think I do comedy things, but I don't know. I humiliate myself a lot. You gotta love it. I love talking to you guys. Oh, please comment if you have any questions about my formulas. Please comment. I will answer you back. Or you could email me at thediscountretailer@gmail.com. thediscountretailer@gmail.com. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm probably going to end it and realize there was more I wanted to say. I really could, making videos. I think why a lot of content creators want people to engage in the comments, it's because it's the only way we can communicate. Unless you do a live, but even then, it's coming off a comment and you can answer it live instead of having to type it back. I suppose if I get a lot of questions and they're the same, hopefully I get some. If I don't, well, I hope this video helped people. It's just one step in eBay. Like I said, I'm on Walmart as well, and that's a pain in the ass to get into, to get selling on Walmart. But I'm glad I do, because Walmart makes up, well, it doesn't do as good as eBay, but probably 3/4 of what eBay does for me. And Mercari, I've been on there about a month. I got my 13 sales so far, 13 or 14. Not steady, but every now and then I get an email and you've made a sale on Mercari, and that's always cool. Costs $2 to get your money out. Me, I'm letting my money build up, because if you sell something and then have it drawn out, we just ate your profit up. So I'm letting it build up. Excuse me. Whoa. I'm letting it build up, obviously, so when I pay the $2, I get a lot more out. It's more feasible that way for me, you know. So yeah, 31-minute video. I'm gonna wrap it up. I sure do hope this helps somebody. A new eBayer. Oh yeah, back when I said I started in 2011, things were so much different. People actually left feedback. If everybody left feedback based on my sales, I'd be up there. But not everybody leaves feedback. It seems like it dropped off. It's so like night and day. The selling is different, in my opinion, because I took a break for like 8 years. Believe it or not, I kept my eBay store going. Okay, I just wasn't doing anything with it. But for 8 years I paid for it because I knew I was going to come back, and I didn't want to start everything over again and all that. Plus I know the site, and I have Selling Manager Pro, which is grandfathered in to my subscription, which was in 2011 or 2012. Started in 2011. Got a store probably 6 months later, whatever. So that's going to be a wrap, unless I think of something again. I'd love to talk all night. I really would, but I gotta have something to offer, man. So no one wants to see a almost bald guy rapping about stuff. But I can rap later on. I'm new to the channel. So listen, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope somebody took away from this. I hope a lot of people did. I guess it's cliche to say, even if one person did, yo, that's cool. But that is true, and that is cool. So with that being said, my next video is going to be on my inventory, how I keep track of it, my system, my logistics, what works for me. And it might work for you. So we'll get to that one, and I hope everybody has a great night. It's night for me. I'm filming this. And I will see you. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, and that like button thing and all that. I'd really like to get a few more subscribers. So with that being said, peace out, guys, and be safe, and I will see you on the next one.